baby. So listen, I got a word for you, okay? I got a word for a certain group of people, okay? If you come across this message, that means that the word is designed for you. Listen, a lot of people are waking up, okay? And when I'm talking about waking up, I'm talking about they're waking up to their true, authentic self, okay? A lot of people are tired of being disliked for no reason, okay? A lot of people are tired of people coming up against them, lying on them, okay? Ganging up together to try to create a false narrative, okay? A lot of people are tired of it, okay? And they're at this point in their life where they are speaking their truth. They are cutting people off, okay? They have realized that they have been chosen. They are realizing that it is on them to break the generational curse, okay? And a lot of times people don't understand what that means, okay? And that simply means to be yourself. God has created you for a purpose. He has created you so that you could be authentic. God created you to be authentic. God commanded you to be bold. God said, I have commanded you to be courageous, okay? When God commanded us to be that way, he's letting us know that in this life, you are going to have to not be humble sometimes. Sometimes it's going to require for you to call a thing a thing. Sometimes it's going to require for you to separate yourself. Sometimes it's going to require for you to hold people to a certain standard. It is going to require for you to tolerate no disrespect. See, it is going to require for you to be authentically you. And being authentically you requires for you to trust yourself. It requires for you to speak. It requires for you to show up. It requires for you to stand firm in the God that you say that you believe in. See, we have been too lenient too many times where people are saying out their mouth that they love us, okay, but they're disrespectful to us, okay? There is no love where there is disrespect. In order to love someone, you have to respect them. The first thing you have to do in life is respect. The Bible says, if you love the Lord thy God with all your heart and love your neighbor as such, then you have fulfilled the law. Now, we have to understand what that means. Let me break this down to you. God says that we love him because he first loved us. So he says that we love him because he first loves us, right? So that means that this is about acceptance. This is about accepting the love of God. But God also said that he made us in his image. So if God made us in his image and we have to accept his love, which means God is love, okay? That means that we accept the love of God, and then we accept that God is in us, so we have to begin to put ourselves first, okay? We have to begin to love ourselves, okay? And in loving ourselves, that is when you begin to be loving to other people. But in order to love other people, you have to first have respect. And if you don't respect the God that made you, if you don't respect the person that's looking in the mirror, then how are you going to respect your neighbor? How are you going to respect someone else, okay? So that requires for you to hold yourself accountable, okay, when you're showing up mean, okay, when you're showing up being disrespectful, okay? You got to check yourself. You have to check yourself. So when you get to that point and you checking yourself and you're loving God and you and God have this intimate relationship, baby, okay, this puts you in a position to be loving to other people. And then you have to understand with doing that, you have fulfilled the law, okay? So that is all that is required of you, okay? And everybody else has that same requirement. So that means that everybody has to show me a level of respect. Everybody else has to be confident in themselves. See, the reason why we're dealing with people and their egos is because they simply allow our confidence, okay, to intimidate their insecurities. They have not dealt with their insecurities, but we have to understand that when you have an insecurity, that is because that there is something that's lacking between you and God. There is something that's lacking between you and God, because God said that I have created you so that you can have life and so that you can have it abundantly. God said that the hairs on your hair are counted. God says that you are the apple of his eye. God says that you are uniquely and wonderfully made. So that means that if I don't believe that about myself, then this is an issue with me accepting the love of God. This is the issue of me accepting that God has made me perfect. And this may be coming from how I was raised. This may be coming from the people that were my caregivers and that treated me a certain type of way, that caused me to have this chip on my shoulder, that caused me not to be able to love my neighbor. See, but it is people out here that have done the work on their childhood upbringing, that have done the work on their insecurities, that have done the work, okay, on their own anger, and realize that I want to be happy. They have realized, look, I'm going to be happy in this lifetime. I am going to live the highest expression of myself. I am going to experience the abundant life. And these people are tired of dealing with people who have not made that decision. And they're calling it out, and they're saying, look, if you don't celebrate me, that's fine. If you don't respect me, that's fine, because I don't have to be around you. I know who I am. Okay, you can't flip the script and try to make it seem like I've been disrespectful to you. No, calling you out and asking you a direct question, telling you how you make me feel is not disrespect. Now, if you feel some type of way about it, then maybe that is because there's some truth in what I'm saying. And in that moment, you got to be able to hold yourself accountable. That is not the moment to gaslight me and be like, oh, well, no, you need to take a step back and you need to listen to what I'm saying that you did to me. See, this is all about accountability, okay? This is all about loving yourself and loving your neighbor as such. And when you get to that point, you're not going to tolerate no disrespect. You're not going to tolerate people who acting like they love you, but they're disrespectful. You're not going to tolerate gossipers. You're not going to tolerate anything that is going to hinder you from reaching the highest expression of yourself. So, baby, this is your confirmation, okay, that you are doing the right thing, okay? Continue to work on yourself and continue to accept the love of God, because, baby, when you do that, there is a glow about you. There is a softness about you. There is this peace, okay? Because you just constantly just cultivating love. You're cultivating joy. You're cultivating the fruits of the Spirit. And in doing that, people can see it. But there are also people that are jealous of that. And those people will try to knock you off your square. And at that moment, you got to hold these people accountable, and you got to go your separate way if it's not conducive to the frequency that you're on, okay? Because we do not match energy. I'm not matching your energy. I'm going to leave that energy exactly where it's at, because I'm not going back, okay? I'm not turning into a pillar of salt. I'm moving forward, okay? Because I am going through the narrow gate, and I am on the road to life, and I will reach the highest expression of myself. If you got this far in the message, type in the comments, I will reach the highest expression of myself, okay? I want you to go on with your day. Remember, you're big, blessed, but don't you ever forget you can count on truth, love, and transparency coming from me, okay? But until next time, I want you to stay in peace and not in pieces here. All right? Peace.